the information superhighway, an online network called Internet.
We're recording, you said? Hi, everybody.
Hello.
Welcome to the online podcast. This is the first time I have the...
Hello. No, it's not.
Is it not the first time I've had the aux cord plugged into? Are you sure?
You played the Teen Wolf
That's
song
right, I did.
during one of his own
And I'll
episodes.
play it again.
Go for it.
I just... Every time I have it, I have to play the Teen... It's not Teen Wolf. It's Big Wolf on Campus.
Big Wolf on Dram.
Get it right.
Drump. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Jaundice Is A Sin.
Oh my God.
How do you spell jaundice?
I have to assume it's...
Is it J-H?
I don't think so. I think it's A-U-N-D-I-C-E. I mean, J, obviously, first, but... I actually have no idea.
How do you spell jaundice?
Okay, I found this on the web for Hey Spell Jaundice.
Hey, spell jaundice.
I think I got it right.
Oh, it's just J-A-N-D-U-S.
No, J-A-U-N.
Oh, that's
Wait.
not what Siri said.
J-A-U-N-D-I-C-E.
What's it called when your skin's all yellow from a disease?
Okay, I found this on the web for what's it called when your skin is all yellow from a disease.
You're no fucking help.
Oh, well, it's both. I guess both spellings are accurate.
Jaundice. Jaundice is a sin. It's just sin. Jaundice is a sin. Welcome back to the online podcast.
Why did that come into your head is my question.
My name's Dylan.
Okay, I'm Scott.
This is the online podcast where we bring you fascinating conversations about life every single week, brought to you today duly in part by
Jaundice.
and the
Yes.
study for putting it into more people.
We want jaundice. It's a good thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Where have you been?
I don't know.
We've been sponsored by Jaundice for weeks, years even.
That explains it. Well, they have a good budget. They keep The Simpsons on air, so that's pretty good.
And Yep.
And SpongeBob,
their descendants were in Guardians of the Galaxy.
They sure were. I've been a lot of my comment section tells me that I have jaundice. Tells me that I have jaundice.
Yes.
Not like
I've heard
asks,
this from you,
but tells me.
I think jaundice is good.
Why do you think jaundice? First of all, Dylan, explain what jaundice is to everybody.
It's a disease that makes the pigments on your body yellow.
Why?
I don't know.
Right.
Water.
What water?
Let's find out. Let's ask Siri.
Pretty sure it has to do with kidneys.
Hey, Siri, tell me what jaundice is.
Here's some information.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Chances was an Australian evening soap opera produced from 1991 to 1992. It initially told the story of the average middle class. This is not a disease at all, Scott.
No, you're right.
What are you talking about?
You said it was a disease.
So anyway, no. What? I don't know what causes jaundice. I just know what the hell it is.
Fair enough.
Let's find out. Jaundice.
Mm-hmm.
Jaundice. More. I barely know her. Okay. A yellow tint to the skin or eyes caused by an excess of bilirubin, a substance created when red blood cells break down.
Okay.
Okay, then what's bilirubin?
Well, let's find out. Oh, this is exciting.
What's bilirubin? Or bilirubin? Bilirubin. Bilirubin.
Oh, that late night talk show, Billy Rubin.
Bilirubin. Hey, everybody, welcome to bilirubin. A bilirubin test measures the amount of bilirubin in a blood sample. Bilirubin is brownish yellow substance found in bile. It is produced when the liver breaks down old red blood cells. Bilirubin is then removed from the body through the stool, feces, and gives stool its normal color. Bilirubin circulates in the bloodstream in two forms: indirect or unconjugated bilirubin. This form of bilirubin does not dissolve in water. It is insoluble. Indirect bilirubin travels through the bloodstream to the liver, where it's changed into a soluble form. Direct or conjugated bilirubin. Direct bilirubin resolves in
Dylan?
water. It is soluble and is made by the liver
Buddy?
from indirect bilirubin.
Hey,
Continue
buddy.
reading below.
Please don't continue reading.
A visual guide to hepatitis.
Dylan. Is this because on the last episode I talked about wanting to have more conversations, and now you're just going all out?
No, I just wanted to know more about jaundice. I want to be informed about our sponsor.
Okay, fair enough. Have you seen
Jaundice and people? No.
No. Have you seen? There's a
Should, though.
horror movie called Black Christmas. It's not as racist as it sounds.
Go on.
It's about a sorority house, and it's got a lot of I don't want to say a lot
Hot
of
girls?
I was gonna say famous actresses, but sure. I don't think a lot, maybe a handful. But one of the killers has jaundice. That was like one of the first times that I had.
This music's too distracting.
Is it?
Yeah.
How? Okay.
It's too active.
It's study music, so I figured we could have it.
How is this study music? This is so distracting.
It is not distracting.
It's too in there.
I genuinely. I don't know what song you're hearing.
That's what it was just doing.
No, you say it was distracting. I forgot it was even on.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, whatever. You got the control.
Well, I don't want dream music to put people to sleep. This is active. It's fun. It's like keeping everyone on their toes.
It makes me feel like I have to try, though.
Yeah, good.
Oh, shit. Damn it. You got me there.
What was I going to say?
What about Black Christmas?
I don't know. It was a movie.
It
was a movie I watched in my graphics communication class in high school, and our teacher walked in. Do what?
Who's in it?
Who's in it?
Let's find out.
I think Michelle Trachtenberg was in it, but
Shut up.
not
Your
as a
teacher
main...
watched in? What? Your teacher walked in?
Our teacher walked in, and we were all watching on we were all gathered around a computer watching it. Like we were supposed to be doing work.
Uh-huh.
He walked in, and then saw a couple seconds of it, and then was like, and then then just kind of walked out, and it was a good time.
Black Christmas, starring Olivia Hussey,
Okay, I don't know who that is.
Keir Dullea, Margot Kidder,
Ooh,
John Saxon,
okay,
Marion Waldman,
all right,
Andrea Martin,
sure,
James Edmond,
all right,
Doug McGrath,
cool.
but he was Douglas McGrath at the time, Art Hindle, Lynn Griffin, Michael Rappert, Leslie Carlson,
Are you
Martha Gibson.
on the right Black Christmas?
Probably not.
I don't think so.
This is from 1974.
No, that is incorrect. Let
just
me
the
read
first
you
thing
the
that came up.
the actual
There's
list.
two movies called Black Christmas.
I mean, sure. There's two movies called The Avengers.
2006.
yes,
no,
Michelle-
there's one called The Avengers and there's one called Marvel's The Avengers.
All right.
You whore.
Fair enough. The cast is Michelle Trachtenberg.
Katie Cassidy.
Yep, Mary Elizabeth
Whoa!
Winstead. Katie Cassidy is in it.
Whoa! Those
All
are
right.
names I know.
Yeah, I would not have known Katie Cassidy at the time.
No. I probably would have known Mary Elizabeth Winstead, though.
Yeah, definitely I would have known that.
Who the fuck is Michelle?
Michelle Trachtenberg?
I'm kidding. Andrea Martin's in this one, too. Oh, she reprises her role.
Oh, is this a remake
I
then?
guess so, yeah.
Ooh, fun.
It's the same character. It's the same person.
I like
Uh-huh.
it. I like it. It was not a good movie.
Fair enough. It was good enough to get a remake, apparently.
Yeah, well, I meant the remake was not a good movie. Surprise of all surprises, a remake of a movie was not as good.
Hey, Rise of the Planet of the Apes is great, even though it's not really a remake.
It's not really a remake.
It's a
It's more
reboot.
just, kind of a reboot.
Reimagining.
Yeah, it's like a retelling of certain things of that world. I like that series a lot, actually.
Planet of the Apes?
Yeah.
It's my favorite movie franchise.
Of all time? Mm-hmm. Okay.
The original, not the new ones.
Not the new ones at all?
No, I like the new ones, but just it's also not done yet, so
Oh, yeah, sure.
I don't want to say that it's my favorite movie franchise because they're not as good as the original.
Do you know what my favorite movie franchise is?
Dawn of the Planet of the Apes is so fucking good.
Yeah.
If you say Fast and Furious, I'm going to
That's Fast
throw
and
this.
the
God
Furious.
fucking damn it. I hate everything. We're going to talk about Planet of the Apes. I
Okay.
don't care who you are.
That's fine.
I will not allow Fast and the Furious on this podcast.
Okay, but I also haven't watched any of the original Planet of the Apes.
You know that there's a timeline?
Of course there is. Let's
Welcome
not
back
go
to
over it.
Alienation Nation.
Uh-oh.
I got new neighbors.
How
And they're
are they?
Much louder than the last
Oh,
people.
no.
I don't know what happened last night, but like there was a very loud bang
Mm-hmm.
in what I assume is their bedroom because I was in my bedroom. Well, no, that's not true because the master is where my office is.
There was a bang in the bang room?
It was in the small room that I live in currently. Mm-hmm. And
your Harry Potter cupboard.
Yes, my
broom closet.
Broom boy. That's who I am. Like Balloon Boy, but I flew on a broom instead.
Cool. Continue your story.
Like Harry Potter does. Anyway.
I get it now. He came out of the broom closet with the broom.
I feel like we both simultaneously got that. Shit. But no, there was a very loud bang and then like what sounded like a hustling to the kitchen. So I don't know what happened last night, but maybe I want to hear just living in an apartment one of these days. I just want to hear like a just something like that. Why? Because I would laugh for 10 fucking years. It's the funniest shit in the world.
Why?
Just hearing like a big bang and then just from the corner of nowhere, just oh god!
Like, is it a painful one? Or,
yeah.
Oh, okay, all right.
Or yeah, like on the flip side, it's just a loud bang and someone just goes shit. Just really exasperated, but from far away, it's clearly you're hearing it through a wall.
Oh man.
So anyway, Planet of the Apes timeline.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm kidding. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I feel like I've never met any single one of my neighbors in any capacity,
dude.
I feel like because I have the way that my apartment's set up, I have a door directly across from my door. I feel like every single time I see someone go in and out of there, it's a completely different family.
I agree.
Completely different
that
ethnicity.
Family is terrifying to me.
Yeah, I don't. Is that just like a house, like a house, like an apartment that multiple families share together?
But like the reason that they scare me is one time, I was in your apartment before. Oh, you were probably taking no. I was in your apartment and you weren't there for some reason.
Okay. Was it you were watching my cats or something?
That's what it was.
All right.
You were gone and I was cat sitting briefly, and I walked in, opened the door, closed it, and then was just watching the cats. And from far away, I hear like, "I know you're in there.
Oh God!
I can hear you."
Oh my God!
It was the little boy that lived in the apartment next door.
And was he talking to you?
He was talking to his dad, who he thought I was, because he heard a door rustling and people doing things outside.
Oh boy.
It was very concerning.
I don't like that.
No,
at
it
all.
was scary. Those walls are thin. But anyway, I wanted to say, you saying that you've never met any of your neighbors.
Yeah.
I introduced myself to the upstairs neighbors, but I have no idea what they look like.
Really?
Because
they are. Oh, no, I was going to make a Doctor Who reference, but I didn't know if you would.
Nope, I would not get it. I've seen 3 episodes of Doctor Who.
Fair enough.
But it was because I think I do have an idea, but it's mostly speculative. So I was walking. I went to Wendy's, and in like the pitch dead of night at like 11 o'clock in my pajamas.
Yes.
And came back with my Wendy's. And they're a couple, and they were walking to their car or something. And we passed ways, and they were like, "Hello." And I was like, "Hey." I was like, "Wait a minute." I turned around. "Did you guys just move in upstairs?" They're like, "Yeah." Like, I'm your downstairs neighbor. So I shook the guy's hand. He didn't say what his name was. I said, "I'm Dylan. Nice to meet you." And I think the girl's name was Lucy or something. I don't remember. I hope they can hear us.
Yeah.
But it was the pitch black of night, so I couldn't see their faces, and there's like no street lamps around here.
Oh no.
But I do have an idea of what they look like.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
do you remember when oh no, you weren't there. It was Kevin and Celeste, not Celeste and you, I think.
No.
Kevin and Celeste were over here once, and we were maybe you were there. I don't know.
Who cares?
Celeste was the constant. It was either you or you're interchanged. No.
That's right.
But we were walking out, and maybe it was.
It does not matter who it was.
It was neither of you. It was her boyfriend. He was visiting.
Gotcha.
And we were walking out, and I remember this specifically because we were talking about No, maybe it was Kevin.
Oh my God! It does not matter. Tell me what happened.
I think it was her boyfriend. Anyway, no, it doesn't matter. But we were talking about the Power Girl April Fool's video thing, and how we were talking about my favorite comment, which is the "What are you, a faggot?" comment. And I said that as we were walking out of the door.
Yeah.
And I don't think it was completely audible, but as we walked and rounded the corner, the landlord was showing a young, nice couple the apartment upstairs, and they were standing right there. And they have like the same make and model of the shadowy
Bodies?
figures.
Yeah,
yes,
gotcha.
Of the shadowy figures that I met that night. So I think that's them.
Love it.
But I don't know.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Who knows at this point? Did they hear you say?
I don't think so.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't think so. But even if they did, they moved in anyway, so they're stuck with me.
My megaphone was on the medium setting, so
so nobody.
There's
knew.
a good chance.
I said it like as I was opening the door, and I wasn't like screaming it. So
Gotcha.
But anyway, that's my story of how I finally introduced myself to someone.
Way to go, dude! I'm going through a couple audiobooks right now about how to meet people and overcome social anxiety.
Well, that in what way? Just meeting people like out of nowhere, or
no?
Just
it's
conversations.
It's for the thing I'm going to in California next week.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because originally, so just as like a vague thing, it's not like a big secretive thing or whatever. It's just like it's like a YouTuber meetup sort of a thing.
Yeah. I'm sure it's already happened.
Yeah, by the time this podcast goes up, it's already happened. But I'm going there, and originally DK told me that he was also going to go on behalf of like the Carlin Bros. But he had told me that because I'm terrible at like being social, so I just imagine that I would be standing in like a corner with like a cup of just classic,
like a Scott Pilgrim,
like a wallflower, like a Perks of Being a Wallflower.
Ooh, you want to talk about Logan Lerman?
No.
Emma Watson, Ezra Miller.
Yes,
it's a good movie.
Great movie.
Continue.
Yeah, so I originally he was gonna come and I don't know.
Continue. I'm gonna figure it out.
All right. Originally he was gonna go and be the person that would introduce me to other people because he's super social and I just I need that sort of icebreaker sort of a thing. But he told me
okay, it is Logan Lerman.
Awesome. What's he doing? Anything new?
Percy Jackson 6 probably?
Oh, that's right.
Let's see.
Anyway, yeah, so he told me that he wasn't going, so I was like, well, great. I'm not on my own because the Boss Level 8 guys are going to be there.
Oh, okay.
But I have to imagine that they're going to break off and do their own thing and social because they're in. I mean, they don't listen to this podcast. I feel like it's common knowledge they're in a worse spot than I am. So I feel like their priority is not to hook me up with, things. They want to
get themselves
exactly.
Stuff.
Although they did tell me there's a good chance they could be millionaires in a couple months. So we'll see how that works out.
Who wants to be a millionaire?
Yeah. I mean, I'd be excited if that works out because their first thing was like, so if we become millionaires, is there any like payroll? Show that you want to produce? And I'm like, well, not really.
I want that. Hold on.
I was like, not really though. I mean, nothing that would cost millions of dollars. Anyway. They'll probably take care of themselves first. The point is, I'm expecting to be kind of on my own, so I'm going through a couple audiobooks on how to. One of them is literally just called "How to Talk to Anyone," and the other one is something about like overcoming social anxiety. So I've read through the first one about how to talk to anyone, but I want to probably do it again just to make sure I've retained some information.
The way that I do it, as is clearly evidenced in this podcast,
that we're super great at.
I just say anything,
right?
Because I don't give a shit. And normally so that results in one of two things, and it's very black and white. In like it's either the person themselves takes it upon themselves to change the subject, or they mesh with my personality and start actually having a conversation with me. I guess there is kind of a middle, which is just they don't say anything and I walk away.
How often does that happen?
Well, I don't immediately walk away, but I just find an out in the conversation because I know I'm not going to want to talk to them anymore. Like in a party setting, I would talk to someone, and if the conversation's dwindling and I'm not having a good time talking to that person, I'll be like, it happens in Hamilton's a lot.
Yeah.
My safety net there is just, I'm just like, I'm gonna go check on the camera, or I'm gonna go check on the sign up sheet or some shit because I'm on the board.
I'm gonna go be official for a second. You are beneath me, peasant.
Exactly.
You are a mere Samuel Seabury to my Hamilton. Get out of my sight.
Ooh, got him. No, but I mean, and as in terms of, I've gotten a lot better about like actually just starting conversations with people, but also that person needs to want to have a conversation with you as well.
Right. Exactly. I mean, and that's the whole point of this YouTuber meetup thing is to for everyone to hang out together and chat and come up with new networking things, which I'm terrible at. So I kind of just want to, I'm not really going with the mindset of I'm going to make a ton of connections. It's more so like, I just want to meet at least one cool person. That's my goal. I want to set the bar low. You know what I mean?
Totally.
I don't want to go, I don't know, because I'm still of the mindset of I would rather have my own work speak for itself and not be like the kind of person that just knows people and that's how I get places.
What are you trying to say?
Nothing.
You trying to say the only reason I have a job right now is because I made a YouTube channel?
Yeah. No, but I'm just saying that's my personal, and that's actually I feel like that's a flaw of me. Yeah. Because obviously it hinders me from doing certain things. But
I think there's a balance.
Yeah.
Because like I think it's just how you think of it. Because clearly, for those that don't know what I was referring to, I'm currently working for Benny the Comic Historian, who has made one appearance on this podcast.
That's right. I forgot about
that. Yeah, I'm currently working for him, and like pretty much so you could look at it in two ways. Clearly, the reason he hired me was because he wanted to help me out because he was in a position where he could hire another editor and he wanted one for upcoming projects, and I had just gotten let go from NerdSync. But also, he wouldn't have hired me if I was a shit editor. So,
sure,
like you could look at it in that way, where even if you do know someone, as long as they're not just like throwing you money for no reason, then they clearly believe in your work in some capacity.
Right.
But yeah, I see your point of just like I would probably feel a lot, because I've never gotten a bite on my reel before. But if some rando that I've never met was like, "Hey, I saw your reel. I really want you to edit this for me," that would feel really good.
Yeah,
because then I know that they're just like, "This guy's good."
I mean, and not to get too secretive businessy, but like this is a big problem that I've had with NerdSync as well, is that I've never really had anyone above me, and that's a big thing I like about it. Is obviously I've worked with people like you, like DK, like everybody else before, and we've made great stuff. So I'm not trying to say like, well, I did all of that, and I am the reason why NerdSync is where it is today. I and only me. But it's just
the one true Scott.
But it's the fact that there's been no one above me that kind of adds a little bit of that. It makes me a little proud, because it's like,
sure,
I'm a terrible businessman, and yet somehow I've gotten this far. That's got to say something.
Yeah.
And. So,
I mean,
what?
I can say the same thing about myself.
Yeah.
Where like I'm 18 years old and I made a YouTube channel and I've gotten this far. So
right. But for a majority of your paying work, you're working for somebody.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I've not been working for anybody.
You've been working for YouTube.
Sure, but if you say it that way, then we're all working for the companies that sell food or whatever, like we just want to eat.
Pillsbury.
Sure. But yeah, that's kind of, and then so there's a potential thing coming up, very potential, where I might have somebody above me. I've worked with MCNs before, but even then I don't consider them
channel network.
Yes, even then I don't really consider them above me, because I still can do whatever I want.
Depends on the contract you sign.
It's partnerships is what they call it. It's a partner
contract you sign.
Well,
Want to partner with Machinima? They'll eat your soul out.
That is true. I
Don't
actually
ever
was
partner with Machinima.
no. I actually was. I've written a couple articles for the YouTuber magazine, and they were talking about other stuff, other articles they have coming up, and one of them was called like something. Machinima is finally dead. Is what they wanted somebody to write an opinion piece on, and I was like, I don't know anything about that, but I know that Machinima is garbage nowadays.
Get Donkey to write it.
Yeah.
They treated him bad.
That sounds right.
Anyway,
there's a YouTuber called Larry Bundy Jr. Who makes history. Yeah, who makes video game history videos, and he talked about Machinima. That's as much as I know
Is
about
he white?
Machinima. I think so, probably.
It's the whitest name I've ever heard.
Larry Bundy Jr.
Yes,
it's very white.
There's a junior in there.
Yep,
There's a Larry in there.
Bundy's pretty white.
Bundy.
But yeah, apparently I think they still have like millions of subscribers, but their view to subscriber ratio is abysmal.
Let's find out. What, like Orm's Comics?
Sure, but you actually have somewhat of a community over there, right? I mean, I don't actually know what your views to subscriber ratio is.
Each video gets like 1,000 views.
And how many subscribers do you have?
14,876. Something like that.
That's not that bad, though.
It's pretty bad. It's just bad compared to previous times when each video would get like 5,000.
Sure. I mean, it's all bad. I think it's bad for most people who aren't publishing like, daily videos.
Machinima's
Tell me the numbers. I'm excited.
They have nearly 13 million subscribers, and each video in the past month, only like 2 videos have broke 30,000 views.
Oh, that makes me so happy.
Their most viewed video in the past month is a re-upload of The Last Jedi teaser with 62,000 views.
Oh, they just took that.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Their 3 most recent videos at the time of this recording all have 21,000 views.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Machinima.
God, that's so fun. I can't remember what the actual number is supposed to be, but it's the views to subscriber ratio currently on YouTube is not great, even for big channels. So like, it's not. There was a time where like NerdSync was doing something like 30% of subscribers watched videos, which was awesome. I mean, for smaller channels, some of them I've seen have over 100%. Which is amazing.
It's just because like there's more when a video blows up.
Yeah,
it's gonna like be weird for a smaller channel to get that.
Yeah, and it's also just like, and when I say smaller channel, I mean like I don't mean like a couple hundred subscribers or whatever. I've seen that too, but like there's a channel that has like somewhere between like 20 to 30,000 subscribers, and their videos normally get 40 to 50,000 views, and it's like, where are these extra views coming from? That's amazing that they can just do that consistently.
Virality.
Yeah.
It's called...
Is that viral? 40 to 50,000 views? Is that viral?
It's all relative.
Sure.
What do you...
Yeah.
What's
going on? Oh, I don't know. It's still on the study playlist. I don't know what this is.
It looks like a penis.
It's a woman of some kind.
Are those boobs?
Potentially.
I'm looking at it upside down.
Yeah, and it's also real small.
Yeah.
So it is a penis.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but there are points during recording these podcasts where I just kind of check out.
Yeah.
And it's not intentional.
Yeah.
I promise it's not.
Like, what do you... Well, I mean, obviously it's not intentional.
I remember there was a point... I don't know. It's happened so many times, but it just happened.
Yeah, there it is.
Conversation will come.
I mean, I have a topic we could probably riff on for another couple minutes.
Did anybody respond to that tweet that you sent out?
A couple people did, probably. I don't want to open up Twitter because if a video starts to play, then we'll hear that over the thing.
But Twitter doesn't. You have to click on the Twitter video to play the music, the audio.
Right, but it still might. If I scroll over it, it still might mute the current audio in preparation.
That's stupid.
In preparation to play. That's how it works whenever I'm doing AirPlay. I know. Did you find anything? Because I have another topic that we could do.
It's just 2.
Yeah.
Andrew said to mention John Romita Jr.
Ooh.
And then Fake Nerd Scout said talk about him for 3 seconds. So that's it.
Oh, just John Romita Jr.
I guess.
We don't talk about comics on this podcast.
No, we don't.
But your video did it go up?
The John Romita Jr. one?
Yeah.
At the time, probably.
Okay.
At
Well,
this
I didn't
point.
know if it went up already.
No.
Okay.
It's in 2 weeks at the time of this
Gotcha.
recording.
I
So
see.
yes, it is up by this point.
Gotcha.
What about it?
No, I was just gonna ask how
You've seen it, so what'd you think?
Clearly, yeah, it was amazing. No, I was gonna ask how the Orums Forums is how were people responding to all of the multiple episodes of that video of
5 episodes that are out right now.
Yeah.
Well, there's only 2 out right now.
Gotcha.
At the time of this recording.
At the time
It's the first one. First 2 episodes. Basically, I'm gonna forget what I talk about in these because I title them based on like one thing that I talk about, but I talk about like more concept.
I'm just more curious about how
they're doing,
how people are responding to them. Yeah.
Everybody likes it.
Yeah.
Which is surprising to me. Nobody, I haven't seen a single comment that's like, this is lower production value. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Everybody's been like, I like it. This is
Yeah.
good discussions. People, like, let's read some comments.
Yeah, let's do it.
Arms for 'em.
What are you, a faggot? First comment.
Welcome back to equals 3. What's the thing?
Something like that.
Something like that. It says cool transition.
And there's like a
God, I fucking
doing
hate
your
that
mom,
thing.
doing your
Jesus.
mom.
All right, we've got everybody seems they like my Drake has watched both, which is
Ooh.
concerning to me.
I think he's just really excited about other people's work right now.
Right now,
I don't know. Has he not been?
I don't know. It's just because like I'll make a show with issues or a show with reviews and he won't watch it. But then I upload a 20-minute video of me just talking and he watches all of it and comments on it. So I don't know what Drake's prerogative is.
Maybe I don't know. I feel like currently he's just really into supporting other people because he's talked previously. I don't know if this is a secretive thing, but no, he made a video about it. He's talked previously about how his own channel might end soon.
Yeah.
So maybe he just wants to support.
I talked him out of it.
Yeah, no, I mean, if he likes making videos, he should continue making videos.
Yes, that's what I told him, and he was like, "Oh yeah, you're right." I'm trying to look for like some comments that don't like it, but everybody's either just
oh man, I have this problem where I can't find comments that are mean.
Everybody's either just continuing the discussion or is just saying, "Good video, good video."
That's awesome.
Here's Will Mulligan says, "I like this, great video."
Hey, thanks, Will.
There's not a whole lot of comments on
Sure.
because I have a small penis.
Yep. It's nice.
Load up Skype again.
How long have we been recording for before I bring up this other topic?
Oh, we got time.
We got time?
Yeah.
You want to talk about SourceFed Nerd? Ow. Let's get into it.
Okay. This actually makes me so
I know it does.
fucking
I know
angry.
it does, buddy.
So mad.
All right, let's just set it up so everyone who doesn't know.
I don't like using this word, but Scott just triggered me.
All right, look, guys.
Fucking set this garbage
So
asshole.
we've discussed previously on the show, SourceFed ended. Dylan was very sad. I mean, I was sad about SourceFed. I just don't have any attachment to SourceFed Nerd specifically. But a couple days ago, as of this recording, was it yesterday?
It was 2 days ago.
2 days ago, as of this recording. So I was right the first time. Let's edit that for a second. The channel was rebranded to Now This Nerd. And they're starting to upload daily nerdy content, and the over 1 million subscribers that they previously had has just been on a free fall downwards. But I feel like it's still gonna, when it levels out, it's still gonna be a lot of people sticking around.
It's currently at 970,581.
I'm gonna make a prediction and say that it's not gonna go below
It won't go below 500,000.
I was gonna say I don't think it's gonna go below 700,000.
Well, that's like the very base is it's gonna hit that. Let's see if Social Blade has anything on it.
Yeah, like a prediction.
Yeah,
how it's gonna go.
So I made a series of tweets about this. I'm gonna like drop all joking pretenses here because this honestly makes me really angry.
I'm excited though.
What Scott just said, SourceFed Nerd is a channel that had a very beloved fan base, and they were owned by Discovery. And Philip DeFranco created it originally, but
and then
he sold them to Discovery, and Discovery like kind of took over with the ads and just running the channels and stuff. And it didn't really change the content at all. They still did whatever the hell they wanted to do.
Right.
But it was basically just like their MCN. Yeah. But yeah, it was eventually canceled because it wasn't profitable anymore, and you could clearly see that the things were like not doing so hot on either of the channels. So a couple weeks ago, or like a month ago at this point or something, SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd were canceled. Everybody basically lost their jobs, and everyone moved out of the office, including the Philip DeFranco show, which was in the same office.
Yes.
As far as I know, they're still looking for a new office.
I think so. Well, yeah, he announced his big new project,
right,
and I think they have a
whole thing.
Which if we have time, I want to talk about that because there's some weird things going on with that.
Yeah, it's kind of we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
So anyway, now kill the music, cut the track.
Okay.
Cut the goddamn beat. All right. So basically, nobody really knows the specifics or the semantics surrounding it, but 2 days ago, everything fucking changed with the SourceFed Nerd URL, and this is how I found out about it. I literally, as most people did, went on to YouTube, went to the subscriptions feed, and saw 2 videos from a channel called Now This Nerd.
And we're like, this doesn't make sense. What is this nonsense?
So I clicked on it and was like, what's going on here? It was like, welcome to Now This Nerd. And I was like, oh, did somebody like, what is this channel? Is this a channel that I subscribed to a long time ago that like is doing new stuff now? Because that's fine. That would make sense. Clicked on it. First thing the fucker says is, we all loved SourceFed Nerd, but we're moving on now.
Yeah.
No one has seen this motherfucker ever. He just showed up out of nowhere and starts making a video.
But he assures everyone that he's a nerd.
His video is trying to prove that he's a nerd by sharing his childhood story and how he deserves to be on this channel that was built from the ground up to have over 1 million subscribers that people put their blood, sweat, and fucking tears into.
Yep.
And this asshole comes in, buys it for however much money,
to be fair,
and starts
he
putting
probably
videos on
didn't
it.
buy it.
I don't give a shit.
All right. He's probably just talent they hired.
Regardless.
All right.
It's disrespectful.
Sure.
Is what it comes down to me, where if you want to he bought it, not he, but the company, whoever's behind Now This Nerd bought subscribers is what they did, which A, breaks the YouTube terms of service, and B, is unethical entirely. So that's essentially what they did. They bought a channel that had over 1 million subscribers and decided that they were gonna, in an instant, rebrand it to be something completely opposite of what it used to be.
I wouldn't say completely opposite. Well, in the definition of completely and opposite, it doesn't seem
fine.
Completely, it feels different, very, very different from what it was.
It feels like SourceFed Nerd, but okay. It feels like if Watch Mojo tried to make SourceFed Nerd.
Yes,
that's what it feels like to me. Which, no, SourceFed Nerd was a very unique. Maybe not unique, but it was definitely not this corporate, like, clever news.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, and I want to point out
bullshit.
That obviously, like, by definition, SourceFed Nerd was a corporate thing, but it didn't feel like it. Yeah.
It felt like a YouTube channel, not like...
I feel like that's probably the big distinction, is that this now this nerd feels
Yeah.
very, because I even tried watching a video they uploaded about like the origins of some of the new characters in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that. I know that I just
I'm
wanted
not
to check
fucking supporting that.
No, I just want to check out the comments mostly, but I wanted to. The host that they have there is just the most unenergetic person I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's a different host than the one that you've seen.
Okay.
It's some female. No, but she is just very clearly reading off a prompter, and
it's like
just no human emotion whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just like Watch Mojo and like Clever News or whatever.
Which Clever News is new?
No, that's not around anymore either. But
yeah,
they lost.
How much did they lose so far?
On Thursday, they lost 36,000 subscribers.
You know what? I honestly thought it would be more.
And they lost 17,000 today so far.
Far.
Let's see their projected stats here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this like
so you said it was unethical, and I want to kind of get into that if you don't mind.
Sure.
Because I'm curious as to what is it this it's not I don't because I would from my perspective, what's the projected?
according to this,
Yes.
which Social Blade is very loose.
Yes,
but
sure it is.
I just love seeing this. In 2 years and 3 months, it will bottom out at 0 subscribers.
God, I love that so much.
More realistically, we'll do like 6 months. It'll
Yeah.
reach 739,000.
That seems
at this rate.
And I feel like they'll
gonna slow
continue.
down, though.
It'll slow down, and I feel like they'll also just continue to actually find the audience that they're looking for.
Sure.
Because there is an audience that would like that sort of thing.
I know. But
Obviously not us.
Like, even at the end of the day, if it was a channel that just popped up out of nowhere, it's not good content. Like
No.
you were saying, it's just unenergetic hosts shitting out. It's like the Instagram like comic book fact things. It's not interesting.
I also feel like just as like a strategy, they probably should have. I would have uploaded way more videos on that first day just to just to show people like the wealth of and the diversity of the hosts and the videos and everything like that. That I mean, obviously it's not great content, but I would have at least done that to be like, if you want to stick around, here's more than just these 2 videos to judge us off.
One of which isn't even an actual video.
Right.
It's just
here's
Jonathan Dumbwatt.
They basically
I'm a nerd.
They launched with
You don't believe me?
one actual video.
Here's a picture of me and Spider-Man.
It was
when I
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He had
He
had TMNT and a Nintendo.
Wow, you're
Dude,
such a nerd, dude. Wow, you deserve to have 1 million subscribers on YouTube.
I feel like the problem there is that I feel like the bigger problem with that is that he feels like what happened.
Ricky texted me.
Oh, Ricky's here?
No, I don't know if he's here. But
okay.
Continue.
I feel like the bigger problem with that is that he felt the need to prove that he's a nerd. I feel like in reality, we shouldn't have the need to do that in any capacity.
No, I agree. But like in the video, it very much feels like
he's trying.
It feels like he like the first 10 seconds are him saying,
I'm just as good as the other people.
Sorry, bye source-fed nerd. Now let's talk about me for 3 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm you here now. It's like
I'm gonna be honest. I didn't get that big of a vibe from the me thing. I felt like it was him talking for a couple seconds about himself, but mostly he was talking about the channel. Maybe
it's because I shut the video.
Sure, and also because you've been kind of insinuating that you think it's his channel.
No, I know it's not him. He's just hired, but still.
Yeah.
It's like if your parents got divorced and you're living with your mom, and then
so far accurate for me.
Sure. And then her boyfriend comes in.
Yeah.
He's an asshole. And he walks in, whips his dick out and says, look at this shit, and sticks it in your mom right away in front of you.
Oh my God.
And that's what happens.
Boy, still accurate.
And forces you to watch. That's what this feels like to me. It feels like, what's his name? I'm not gonna feels like now this nerd is fucking my mom in front of me.
He looked like a Chris, but I don't know if his name was Chris. God. Freaking Chris.
Anyway.
Let's just all refer to him as Chris. If that is his real name, it's not going to be as funny.
No. So the reason I said it was unethical is
I was gonna say it doesn't feel like there's one thing that's unethical. It feels like it's the collection of things all put together.
Yeah,
that
all
makes
of
it.
this happening.
Yeah.
Is it's just I don't know. It's like you made it's like if you made a school project that took you years to make, and then some guy came by, snatched it from you, gave you $20 and ran away, and didn't give you a choice.
Sure, I would say it's not exactly like that. Well, because it's not like
It's literally that. That's what happened.
Oh my God, is it?
Yes.
Because I have nothing against people, but you want to be louder with that ice?
I don't know how to not do it. Sorry.
I have zero problems with people buying channels, and I have zero problems with people rebranding channels. But I think what made it problematic in this case is the fact that it wasn't the host's idea. Right?
No, it was no one's idea.
Right. Well, I mean, it was the corporation's idea.
No one a part of the. I don't even know if Discovery was involved.
Right. No. But they sold it or whatever.
Sure.
Right. So they were involved in some capacity. But I'm talking like if
Curious.
Yeah, I feel like it's that aspect of it. Because if hypothetical, if SourceFed Nerd was like, hey, we just want to end the channel on our own. On our own because we just want to move on and do our own things, and then another company came in and bought it and turned it into Now This Nerd. Would you be as angry?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
I think for something like this to be like okay and not feel like a major disrespect shitting on the grave of another channel is if the original hosts were there and were like, hey guys, unfortunately we got canceled, but videos will still continue on this channel just under a different thing. People would still be pissed. I'd still be pissed. But it would
Why?
feel because it's the fact that they're canceled and that they're not able to continue under the same roof. I'd be pissed in a different way. I'd be pissed that this channel's ending, but it's unfortunate as opposed to I feel like I got disrespected. In some
Sure.
way.
Would you be pissed, not sad?
I guess more sad probably.
Okay.
Yeah. But I don't know.
What were you looking up? Sorry,
I forgot I was trying to look up I forgot his name. The person who was Chris. No, the guy who was running SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd for Discovery.
Gotcha.
The,
okay.
Like liaison boy. I wanted to see if he tweeted anything about it. But like I follow a lot of the previous SourceFed and SourceFed Nerd hosts, and a lot of them had no idea.
Right.
And came out and were like,
Yikes.
Yeah, like what the fuck? Like I retweeted a bunch of shit when this happened, and yeah.
For sure. I mean, because I also had a series of tweets that were more like, I don't care.
Which is fine. I mean, you're clearly not as attached to these channels as I am. But
I mean, I still see all the downsides of it. Like it does just feel number
stings.
one, the content's not good at all.
No.
That's more of a subjective thing because I guarantee you they're gonna find their foot. Like they don't even have to change any of the content.
That's
and
the
they're
shitty
gonna
thing is it's gonna work.
Yeah,
it's gonna hurt for a while, but they still have a platform of people who maybe were so passively viewing SourceFed Nerd that they will not even realize that it is SourceFed Nerd.
Yeah,
and after a while, those comments they're still going to be there, but they're going to die down.
And there's going to be I mean, maybe I'm giving them too much credit here, but maybe that's a reason why some of the early videos suck so much is because the hosts realize there's no point in making them good because they're just going to get thumbs downs.
I don't see that.
Yeah,
but I don't know. It also. It's rude.
Sure.
I like the comparison that I made when we were talking on Twitter of it feels like when John left Game Grumps, what actually happened was
in this hypothetical scenario.
No. I'm saying what actually happened.
Oh, sorry.
Just to tell people what happened. When John left Game Grumps, Aaron stuck around, clearly. Danny took his place in Game Grumps, and a new show was started called Steam Train with Danny and Ross at the head of it at the time. But in this hypothetical, what the SourceFed Nerd takeover feels like is if when John left Game Grumps, Aaron also left, the channel was rebranded to Steam Train, a thing we've never heard of, and Danny and Ross were put in its place. And you never heard from Aaron or John ever again.
Sure. I would say only insofar as Aaron and John, I guess unwillingly gave it up. If they were just like, hey, this is kind of the direction.
Yeah,
we want to leave it to you guys to do your own thing.
If someday like they just stop posting videos and then a month goes by and then it's rebranded and like, but what happened with Now This Nerd? But
right, but even still, then I would still need the like confirmation that the rebrand was not at all their idea. Like if we just didn't have any information about it, then I'd be like, I'd still be open-minded about it and try to figure out what's going on and like, maybe give it a shot or two. But because there is a scenario that could exist where they just willingly pass the channel along and say, hey, you new people, do whatever you want with it. Yeah. Sort of a thing. So.
Now This Nerd can suck my big small dick.
Is it medium sized?
Disrespectful.
You can suck on my average dick.
Day and age. Just grow your own fucking channel with your shitty content.
Yeah. I briefly talked about this. I've positioned NerdSync ever since the beginning of the channel.
Put the music back
sorry. on. Ever since the beginning of the channel, basically, I had this idea that it would be... Thank you, Dylan. No, I always had the idea that eventually it might not be me in charge of it. You just go ahead and finish it off.
Yeah, that's your idea.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's my whole big
I'm fine
point.
with that.
Yeah. It is, as long as it is
that's your idea, and I'm
consensual.
sure you wouldn't just like disappear off the face of the earth and then
who knows?
Chris would show up talking about this hypothetical, not like because there is a Chris associated with NerdSync. A couple of them. I don't want to.
We're talking about the Now This Nerd. Potential.
It's like if
Chris.
Now This Nerd Chris showed up in your spot just someday and was like, "Hello, you wonderful nerds. Scott was great and all, but let's talk about me for a minute. I like Ninja Turtles. Woo!" And then fuck off. I don't.
Is it? Can I ask you a question? Did that video? Would it have been better if they just didn't post that video and then just started posting content, or is that video at least?
No.
Yeah. I'm saying which would be better.
Neither.
I know, Dylan, but which would be?
I think I would have the same reaction.
Yeah.
Genuinely, yeah.
Yeah.
I would be confused. I would be confused longer if they didn't post that first video, but I would just. It would take me all of 2 seconds to scroll down and realize that it's SourceFed Nerd and not just a new channel that I used to subscribe to or something.
Yeah, God, they're still gonna have the youtube.com/SourceFed Nerd, aren't they?
Unless they like have a buddy at YouTube that can change it.
Which, you know what? If they're rich enough to buy a 1 million subscriber channel,
what's this fucker's name?
Is it Chris?
Hi guys, my name is Michael Calabro, and I want to talk.
Michael Calabro. Fuck you.
He has bro in his name.
Fucking bro. Look at him with his frosted ass tips. Fuck you.
Are they frosted?
He's got one button unbuttoned on his flannel like it's a thing to do.
What? I mean,
no, at the bottom. I mean,
at the bottom. I actually did used to do that in college.
Why?
Well, it just makes it easier to sit.
I hate everything.
Frickin' Michael Chris Calro. What happened?
They're apparently deleting comments from past hosts commenting on this video.
Ooh, I definitely took screenshots of them.
Holy shit.
Oh, yeah, I saw a couple hosts say like Sam posted.
Steve said, "What is that, a corporate machine?"
Yes.
Raina said something apparently.
I know Sam said something like, "You can still follow me at this channel," so they might have deleted
fuck,
that.
Guys. Suptic said, "Exciting changes." Whitney Moore said, "I'm insanely hot. Also, don't worry, guys. He's a nerd, too." I hate everything. Yeah. I'm just looking through the comments here.
Yeah.
Bailey Brown, 11 hours ago, said, "He sounds like a dad condescendingly explaining why you have a new mom and why some other kid is living in your bedroom." Yes.
That's pretty accurate. You know what? That's my biggest thing. I feel like this video explaining what happened, I feel like that was the right idea in theory. What are we listening to?
Hi guys, my name is Michael Calabro, and I want to talk to you a little bit about the future of this channel.
Fuck you with your weird hand gestures.
Okay.
Just being mean at this
Yes,
point.
you
but
are.
I
You're
don't
just
care.
being a bully.
I don't give a shit.
Look, I feel like this video was, in theory, the right way to go. However, this Michael Chris Calabro person,
Michael Calabro.
Calabro, Camel Bro,
Camel toe.
he does not sound sincere at all.
No, he's like, hi guys.
He is smiling through this whole thing, where he's just like, it's been like, geez, 5 weeks since SourceFed, which, by the way, you could give a little bit more time.
Yeah.
How about that?
That too. It's like fucking salt in the wound. It feels like it happened yesterday.
It's like, do we really need a new
There was
Batman?
literally this week, there was a point where I was like, oh, I wonder if there was a new Table Talk today. And then it hit, I was like, oh shit, there's not, because SourceFed's dead. I'm like, cried for 6 years. Fucking God. Anyway.
Yeah.
Do we want to talk about the Philip DeFranco thing?
Oh yeah. I forgot about that whole thing.
What's it called?
I can't. It's the Franco Elite or something like that.
Yeah, that's it. The Franco Elite.
Look, here's the thing. I watch Philly D. I'm a fan of Philly D. I don't always 100% agree with. Not necessarily what he says. I'm more so just annoyed with how he like uses social media and like titles and everything. Like he'll do something like, new video going up in a couple minutes. All of my liberal friends hate my position on this thing. And then I'll watch the video and be like, that's fine. Like, what are you talking about?
Maybe you're just very neutral and you're accepting other people's opinions. But
sure,
most people
I do want
aren't.
to, not going to get super political, but I really hate when like moderate people who like associate themselves with moderate, assume that just because they're in the middle, it's the right position. That makes me mad. If I was teetering off the edge of a cliff, I would rather be on one side than the other, okay? Like,
good point.
Middle isn't always the best place to be.
This is true.
Anyway, don't want to get that political. The point is, I feel like it's very strange that he is not showing how much money he's making from his campaign.
Yes, I 1000% agree. That seems real shady to me because he has something like 7,000 patrons now.
Last time I checked, it was 12,000.
Jesus Christ!
And he is not. And the lowest tier is $5. So I potentially multiply that, or more so, because he has tiers upwards of like hundreds of dollars or something like that. And
And
look,
it's per month.
yes.
Bare minimum, he's making $60,000 a month.
Yeah, so far.
So far. What the fuck?
And
it's
look,
more than I make in a year.
But that's what's strange to me is, number one, we can. I mean, maybe
It's not a bad. By the way, I just want to say he's making money is not a bad thing.
No.
I'm not showing it as weird.
I want to say again. I do
More power
watch.
to
I
you.
watch Philly D.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Philly D.
Me too.
It's weird that he's not showing the numbers.
Yes.
Because I don't know if this is how
I
it
thought there was a
works.
glitch in Patreon when I
No, you
when
can
I went
decide-
on it.
you can
Yeah,
decide to do that.
I came to that conclusion after.
And I wonder if this is true though. If you set that option, I wonder if you can see how many because there's also a thing where people can just observe how many patrons are in each tier.
I looked. You can't.
You can't see that?
No.
Okay. Because that's so why hide it though?
I don't know.
That's the confusing part.
Like
to
we
me.
just literally 2 seconds we did the math of what bare minimum he's making at
Yeah.
which is 12,000 times 5. So
I wonder if it's because I assume he'll even with Patreon, I imagine he'll still have sponsorships and stuff. And I wonder if
Yeah.
it's like if it's a tactic for sponsorships to be like,
Potentially.
look, you don't know how much exactly we're making a month, but
Yeah.
we can tell you that it's, you could work out that it's within a rough range, but I bet I could tell you it's probably way higher. So pay us more money if you want to be on the spot.
has he commented on it at all?
I don't think so. I mean, I haven't
Peep
checked
Twitter.
because again, I'm annoyed with his social media, so I don't actually.
I'm actually just to give more credibility to us not hating on Phil
Yes.
DeFranco. I really like the new direction his vlog channel's going in,
Yeah.
or has been going in for a while, and him upping that to 5 videos a week is super fucking exciting to me.
Cool.
Because I watch that way more than his new stuff.
Yeah,
so
I don't watch any vlogs ever.
Well, it's less so vlogs because he doesn't even hold the camera.
Right. I got
He
it.
just
I've seen a video of it,
Yeah.
so I kind of get the style.
let's see here. I'm looking at his Twitter. Well, we can check his Patreon, see if there's anything.
Yeah, see if there's a comment,
going on
something
there.
like that. But yeah, was that the only thing that you were going to say about how
He's at
weird it is?
13,000 now.
Of course he is. I only imagine that going up to at least over 20,000, probably closer. You know what? Honestly, on the high end, as long as he keeps promoting it, could be upwards of 50,000.
Fucking Jesus, dude. So the point of it is, what's the point of it?
Of the show or of the Patreon?
Of DeFranco Elite.
I think it's just to. I imagine it's to get a bigger team, maybe different hosts that aren't just Philip DeFranco.
Because some of the things he's saying are weird to me.
Yeah,
like in the thing, they just were confusing. Let's see. So
that's the sorry. Well, I'll let you continue in a second, but that's the biggest thing to me is that there feels to be a lack of transparency about what's happening.
Yeah. Which there's no. The point of this is so that there's no network involved.
Yes.
So it feels like they're just being opaque for the sake of it.
Yeah, but it almost feels like, and maybe I'm just doing judgments. What is happening in your apartment upstairs? The microphones are certainly not picking that up.
No, but remember, who was that? That was this episode. How they're much louder up there.
Yeah.
There was just a constant banging.
But yeah. No, it almost feels like like I don't know Philly D at all, but it feels to me like he's just been in this big businessy world for so often that he just naturally feels like that's what it's supposed to be. What happened?
I didn't read this part before.
Uh-oh. Read it out for everybody. I'm gonna switch.
This is real exciting to me. I'll just read the first paragraph in the Patreon. What will you do with your money? He says, "We will start by hiring and building out the existing channels to make more content for everyone and using that as a launchpad for the news network. Expect to see new and old faces. Hint, hint, wink, wink." It's got to mean source-fed hosts, right?
Potentially.
That's exciting to me. Anyway, what were you saying?
Oh no, I was just saying that it feels like because he's been in this sphere of big businessy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
That because in just business practices, transparency isn't always ideal. It feels to me like that's just maybe it's unintentional.
Mm-hmm.
But it feels like maybe in his mind like that's just how you run business.
I think that might be how it is, that they're just being weird about it because that's what they're used to doing.
Yeah.
So even though they don't need to.
Yeah, they don't need to.
Or maybe I don't know, maybe they just like to, I mean, like you were talking about his tweets earlier, he clearly likes to build hype.
Yeah.
So maybe he just has gone a little bit too far with it.
He likes to build hype, and yeah, I don't know. He strikes me as an incredibly vague person for most of the times.
Yeah. Which, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but when you're on YouTube and 13,000 people are supporting you on Patreon.
Yeah, I would say the very... I mean, again, I don't know the whole businessy situation, but from my perspective, it seems like there's no reason why you'd want to keep it from people.
It's so not clear what the hell this is.
Yeah, it's vague, right?
It's so vague. Because he keeps saying starting to build out a news network, but never defines what that means.
Yeah.
He says the only thing that he clearly says here is that in terms of like actual clear things is... He says, "I've purchased back the rights to my show and investing a ton of my own money into making new content and building out a new facility. But I can only take this to the next level with your support."
What is the next level?
I don't know.
No one knows.
He doesn't, the only direct effect that he says here is bringing the 4 to 5 day a week Philip DeFranco show up to 7 videos a week. So just daily.
Right.
And
Which
then
he's done before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
For short stints of time.
It's always been 5 days a week and then like fun weekend videos.
Oh, gotcha. So he wants to do new stuff over the weekend.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
And then he wants to take the vlog show from 2 days a week to 5 to 7 days a week.
Sure.
But that's the only thing he directly says.
Yes. Which is very strange to me because the money's going to be collected as soon as the month's over. In fact, no, it's already been... For a lot of people, it has already been collected.
Right.
So if there is not a direct, okay, upstairs neighbors,
they just moved in, so maybe they're like,
building furniture or something. I
probably.
No, but I feel like if there's not a direct thing that happens, like a clear change that has been affected by Patreon in like the next couple months, I feel like he's just taking people's money.
Yeah.
And that strikes me as very bizarre.
This tweet from 3 days ago is very concerning.
Uh-oh.
He says, "This big swing. This is what I want to build till the day I die. This is what I want to leave the world. Thank you also for seeing that." In reference to DeFranco Elite. What is it?
But what is it?
What is it?
I feel like he's so good at building hype that his hardcore supporters are like, I will do anything that Philip
they're
DeFranco
just
does.
in.
Which is, you know
That's
what?
fine.
Great. More
But-
power to you. He's great at building an audience. But his whole thing is to be skeptical and like question, sources and everything like that. And in his audience it's almost like they're not learning that lesson that he's teaching them.
What this almost feels like to me is, because he keeps saying news network.
Yes.
And many people. Mm-hmm. This feels like
SourceFed 2.0. Yeah.
That's exactly what it feels like to me, because SourceFed was canceled, and maybe I'm just wishful thinking, but SourceFed was canceled largely in part because it was funded by a company that couldn't take it for a loss.
Right.
So he wants to build something by himself with the help of fans who want to see it keep going and just be able to do that.
Yeah.
And he said the thing about the new and old hosts, so
Yeah.
maybe DeFranco Elite is just like a new SourceFed.
I know that he's said on occasion that he doesn't want to build a new SourceFed because he felt like SourceFed is not he wants to do a serious news show, a news
Sure.
thing. That's real annoying. the neighbors.
Lots of furniture.
Yeah, I hope. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm trying. Thank you, Dylan. I feel like
I still got one. It was just two. It was too much.
I feel like people are gonna think that, I don't know, maybe people are gonna think that we're being really, really harsh, or that like we're hating on Philip DeFranco or something like that. We're not. We're not. I'm gonna continue to watch Philip DeFranco. I am not gonna support him on Patreon until I understand.
To watch the vlogs.
Yeah, I'm not gonna support him on Patreon until I understand what he's doing, because
exactly.
I feel like that's exactly what he would do. I feel like he wouldn't support himself on Patreon until he explained
I don't know where
about
my
what it
money's
is.
going.
Exactly.
Besides, like the goal. I mean, also you do have to consider that we come at Patreon from a kind of a different perspective than I feel like most people, where we understand that the biggest reason for Patreon existing is to continue videos.
Right.
But a lot of people just see, okay, what do I get?
Right.
And tangible stuff. So I'm sure
I'm not.
a lot of people.
Is Ricky here?
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of people are coming at it from just, I want the rewards.
Yeah.
So they're
you know
already
what?
doing
You know
that.
what I just realized, because this podcast is gonna go up like weeks after we recorded it. What
Maybe
if
all of this has been
maybe all of
rectified.
it? Yep.
Well,
Do you want to? If that happens, will you put an audio note in the beginning just to be like, "Hey guys"?
I'm going to edit this like tonight.
Right, but I didn't know
I
if
won't
like
remember.
You won't remember?
No.
Well, hope Dennis.
Once it's edited, yeah, okay. Dennis,
if Philly D posts something about explaining what his
just
Patreon
ping me on Slack, Dennis, and I will check it out, and I'll add an audio note.
But if nothing, then we're gonna continue this DeFranco conspiracy
Yep.
down the rabbit hole.
All right, I feel like we need to wrap up before Ricky knocks on the door.
I agree. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for pissing.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at An Online Podcast. Tell us what you think.
What do you think?
What do you think the Philip DeFranco Network's going to be like?
Yeah.
Give us funny answers, because serious ones sound boring to me. And then rate and review on iTunes and all that good stuff. You know what to do. All right, let's close it up.
Maybe we will. All right, good job.
Thank you.
For any of our viewers who have access to internet, we invite your comments.